of incredible mystery, magic, and adventure. A world where colossal powers will collide in a battle to control the universe.
You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy. We watch a thing. We watch a thing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to We Watched a Thing with Billy and Dave. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Who's this weird-looking fucker between us?
I was going to say, I know you're good because it's not just us. We have a very special guest this week. Hello to Sam Hurley from Movie Reviews and 20 Qs. How are you, bud?
I am very special. Thank you. But I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. Very happy to be here. I'm battling a cold, so I've got some lovely American bourbon whiskey to burn that all away. I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Well, we had to have you here to talk about this because this movie has come up in discussion before when we did our movie draft for the box office, which you are, by the way, crushing us in at the moment, Sam.
I've got an extra movie out. Come on, man.
You do, but so does
What's your
Dave.
last one that's still to come? What have you still got to come again? Just remind us.
And
they are
little independent films named The Odyssey and Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're winning this.
I am inevitable.
But one movie that none of us picked was Masters of the Universe.
Looking like it's going to do great money.
Supergirl looks terrible.
There's nothing but good vibes for Supergirl, and no one has anything but good things to say about it so far.
Terrible. I saw the trailer. It does not look good. But
back in your box, Dean Cain.
Fast and Furious movies look terrible. They make billions, so who knows?
And they're good movies. So
I saw Vin Diesel today comparing Fast and Furious franchise to Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and how that got
Are
written.
you serious?
Yeah. I said it to Emily, and Emily was like, he should come on Tasteless. I was like, yeah. No shit.
Man.
She could probably get him. She's hanging out with the big stars these days.
Exactly.
I know. Her and Charisma Carpenter hanging out. Mm-hmm. Good Lord.
Yeah, apparently she produces her podcast or something weird? Was something like that?
No, Emily produces a podcast for Liza Scherzlinger or whatever her name is.
Yeah, that's it. It was the other A-list celebrity that she was hanging out with on that same fucking podcast.
Yeah, Emily.
Jesus Christ.
Emily and her have been together for quite some time. No, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
She's worked with Eliza for quite some time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this week we're going to discuss Masters of the Universe, and then we're going to count down our top 5 movies based on toys and/or games. That's
but not video
games, just board games.
Toys and/or board games, I guess.
Yeah. I think we're all going to have the exact same 5 because I don't think there's
guarantee we won't.
Movies that fit in this category.
Yep, you're 100% wrong. Sam's got nothing but Lego MCU stuff, and I've definitely got stuff you won't have, I think.
I'm playing jazz with my number 1. I am playing jazz.
Yeah, right.
Jazz.
I've
feeling
gone
jazz.
I've gone very straight.
One was going to have fucking Battleship, Billy.
Well, as Dave knows, I don't put a lot of thought into my lists. I make them in 10 minutes. I have no honorable mentions.
One fuck.
When I hit 5, I'm done. So mine are pretty basic bitch lists.
Guys, I've got my phone in front of me. I'm doing mine while we're talking. Okay. So.
Well, there you go. I think you mean ChatGPT is doing yours.
Yeah, you're guilty.
Well, let's get straight into it because I'm really, really curious to hear what you guys thought of this movie because we haven't discussed it. I have no clue. So we are, of course, talking about Masters of the Universe 2026. It is directed by Travis Knight and it stars Nicholas Galitzine, Jared Leto, Camila Mendes, Idris Elba, Alison Brie, and Marina Baccarin. I cannot speak today. And you know what, Sam? What's it about?
Suck it.
What's it about? In fact, you're talking to a He-Man master, as somebody who loved He-Man as a child and was very excited about seeing this movie. This movie revolves around a young Prince Adam who witnesses the downfall of Eternos. After Skeletor and his troops invade, he is sent to Earth, where he grows up and then returns to Eternia, the planet Eternia, and the city Eternos, with the sword that is, has all the power of Grayskull. He returns and leads the uprising against Skeletor and his dominion over the planet.
Nice.
Can you come every week? I struggle with these when he throws them to me, and that was fucking chef's kiss.
I come every day, Dave. This is a movie I care about.
I did want to say before we get into the movie itself, because I know you guys are a tad younger, one or 2 years younger than me. These toys, because obviously the toys predated the show, which predated the blah 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 blah. Hence the top 5 we're doing. But I remember distinctly when the toys hit. I was just before primary school, so I was in year year 3 or something of infant school, whatever the fuck it was called.
Year 3 BC, is that?
Go fuck yourself.
Me and
I'm glad
Jesus
you're
were
getting
hanging out
divorced.
at kindergarten, and he fashioned some
So
toys out of.
The toys appeared in like fucking 83 or 84 or something like that, and I started high school in 85. So I was in primary school of some description, but old enough that these were the most important thing on the fucking planet. And the one rich asshole that got the Castle Grayskull for Christmas was God for the year. Yes. You utter cunt. But I still remember Beastman was the first one I got, and then I got He-Man, and then I got Skeletor, and then I got I distinctly remember the toys and how because before that it was all sort of, not for me, Barbies, but Barbies and Action Man, G.I. Joe. All the figurines / doll toys were very similar, and these were the first ones. They were all buff. They had weapons. They had all this. They were much more detailed and defined, and they took over. Everyone had them at playground and said, were you guys old enough for that to be a thing?
Yes, 100%.
Or
I 100% was. Like, He-Man for me was my first obsession, like my first fandom, my first obsession. Ages probably 4, 5, or 6, whatever. It's the only birthday present. Well, there's 2 birthday presents actually that I can remember getting. One was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles skateboard. Ninja Turtles quickly followed after He-Man, along with.
I was going to say I was a Ninja Turtles kid, so I was not a huge He-Man guy. But Ninja Turtles was that for me.
They followed after, but yeah, like I distinctly remember getting my He-Man toy. I distinctly remember I got given a pirate scabbard and sword, and I used to spend hours in my backyard holding the sword aloft.
Holding it aloft.
Yeah, holding it aloft by the power of Grayskull.
Is that the first time all of it? Is that the first time all of us heard the word aloft?
Maybe. It's probably just made its way into New Zealand lexicon.
When that cartoon hit like a year or 2 after the toys.
Yes.
And when he holds the sword aloft and it shouts the words, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, used to point it at my cat. Used to imagine my cat turning into Battle Cat. And would have battles and all that sort of stuff. And then it wasn't until the Dolph Lundgren movie came out that my fandom was completely fucking ruined. And I gave up on He-Man for many years.
I blame Courtney Cox.
Well, I'll be curious to hear if this restored it for you, Sam. So who wants to kick us off with their thoughts on this movie?
Well, Sammy's the guest.
I'm going first. Guys, on our podcast... we do a compliment sandwich if you like the movie. We do like a shit sandwich if you don't like the movie. So if it gives it a positive score over 5,000 or under 5,000 hence. We give it a hyperbole sandwich if we want to give it a score over 10,000 out of 10,000.
Told you, Billy.
Is that where this is going?
I'm one recast away from being a hyperbole sandwich.
Wow.
Can we guess?
It's pretty obvious, right? I mean, everyone knows I fucking hate him.
Yeah, so do I.
Well,
if I didn't know he was in it, I wouldn't have known he was in it. I thought he was fine.
They hide him well.
I didn't say.
They hide him well.
I had no clue it was Jared Leto in this movie, and I got to be honest, I actually like the performance.
Same.
I mean, you don't see his face, you don't even really know it's his voice, and I actually think that he's being a pretty fucking.
I think he's one of the best things about
I think he's actually pretty good.
And a lot of people are saying that, and it's one of these things. Like if you want. You know, if you've got a role as a pasty white creep, why not go out and get a pasty white creep to play that pasty white creep?
Timothy Chalamet was busy.
But it's one of these things that, like, legitimately, I feel like if you just got someone like with a little bit more comedic or maybe a little bit more like insane or something like that, like not Nicolas Cage, but like a Mark Hamill or a Michael Shannon.
Go back 20 years and get Tim Curry.
Yeah, or Tim Curry. Like, there's so many other options out there that I was like, it was just missing that. I probably want a hyperbole sandwich. To be honest, this movie's not great, but it's fun. It's fun, and I will say this. At the very end there, when he's riding on his cat and he's got a sword in the air, I was 5 again, and I let down 2 manly tears down my cheek when I remembered the sheer joy that He-Man brought me as a child. I was safe. I was a kid again. I was like, this was everything I had imagined it was going to be in 1989 before I had all my hopes and dreams crushed.
Yeah. Dave, what about you?
Look, it's not a so this movie, I think, sets out to do what other films that we will no doubt talk about today have done, and successfully balance making an engaging sort of action adventure fun movie while still acknowledging the inherent silliness of some of these toy prop. You can't just make a straightforward movie about these toy franchises because it is stupid, and hence the Dolph Lundgren one where they try to put some sort of real world setting to an inherently silly 1980s toy franchise, and it failed miserably. I think this almost gets there. Yeah. I think it's a fun movie. I'm very biased by nostalgia because unlike the 80s version or 90s film, whatever the hell it was,
89,
this one is obviously made by people who have they have a love for this franchise, and that comes through, I think. And I think they very cleverly tackle some of the silliness with having him on Earth, and it's kind of a get out of jail card for all the stupid names of the characters, and I think they did that really cleverly. I don't think it's as successful as the films we'll talk about later, but I had a lot of fun with it. I'll probably rewatch it. A lot of that's nostalgia, but I think overall it's better than I expected.
Yes.
For definitely, I expected absolutely nothing, but
Big Tizzle's Big Call.
It's one of the best fucking movies in a
Jesus
year, man.
H. Christ!
This was so good. It's not in my list of what we're going to talk about only because recency bias and stuff, but this would be my number one for this list. This movie is so good.
Yes.
It is so fun.
Jesus Christ.
It actually has a surprising amount to say, and if anything, there are times where maybe it's pushing its themes a little too far for what it is. But I think it balances that incredibly well with the silliness and knowing what this movie is. It takes nothing seriously. Like every time Skeletor does his evil laugh and then looks around and no one is laughing with him.
I'm
Alison
sorry,
Brie
Sammy.
absolutely crushed this role as well.
Yes.
I loved it.
A sentence I never thought I would utter, but I'm almost at the point where Jared Leto is the MVP of a movie, and I hate myself for saying it, but I enjoyed that performance so much.
I think there's so much good about this movie, but I do agree that he's one of the good things. I didn't know it was him in this movie until after, and I think that the performance
I'd forgotten, and that
is
certainly
solid.
helped.
But I loved this, man. I thought this was so damn good. This is the most fun I've had with one of these movies since, and I am going to spoil my list because the closest thing I can link this to is a movie that is on my list, and that's Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, which is the closest, I think, parallel to what this movie is, where it's honoring its source material,
it's trying to do,
and it's fun.
And that's what I was kind of leaning towards earlier. Yeah. It doesn't get there as successfully.
I think this is 100% as successful as that movie.
Wow.
I never use my phone while driving. However, I almost had a car crash trying to figure out if Travis Knight had directed Dungeons and Dragons. Because I was like, what has he done before? Did he do Dungeons and Dragons? This feels a lot like Dungeons and Dragons. And for me,
it's not him. But what did you see what he has done? Because I haven't looked it up, and I would be interested.
There is something that might possibly sneak onto my list. So anyway,
okay, well don't say it then.
Yeah. So for me, it was like coming out of there, and I remember thinking that was the first film that sprung to mind. And in the same way of like, I've got this personal, whatever with He-Man. I was like, every person I know that's into Dungeons and Dragons that saw that Dungeons and Dragons movie was like, this is really good.
Finally, one of us has made a movie.
Yes,
that's the feeling I had from that, and I know Drew felt the same.
Yeah.
And I think it's
Liz loved
100%.
She loves Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously, there was so much feedback that I got from that, and it was funny for me because of this film. I remember walking out, the 2 tears, and I'm like, holy shit, they fucking nailed what is
Yeah.
He-Man? You know, like you're saying about the humor and stuff like that. They started leaning into it. You know, like rather than give these guys ridiculous nicknames, it's told from the perspective of a boy who had all these ridiculous nicknames for people.
That was a genius approach, and it is.
great.
I can't imagine a better way of tackling one of the most inherently silly things, which is the names of the characters.
Yes. So,
and just masterful.
it's masterful. So for me, it made a lot of sense. And no word of a lie, I walked out of the movie theater, stoked as, walked into the thing, and there was 3 guys there about ages 15, 16 years old. And the first thing one of them said was I supposed to have understood any of that shit? And this other guy goes, yeah, that was fucking terrible, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
Did that make you feel better? Because it would have made me feel fucking $1 million.
But this is the thing. This movie is completely fucking bombing at the box office. And a lot of that is because the demographic is only 35 to 44-year-olds. The 0 to 18s aren't going to see this.
100%.
This was the only issue I had with the movie was that. I spent the first 20 minutes going, who is this movie actually for? Because it seems like the people it's for, like you said, Sam, they're not really the kind of people who are actually going to go see this at the movies, really.
No.
Oh, see, I'm surprised by the box office because, and this is obviously my very narrow social media presence, but I've, I only saw this in the last sort of 48 hours, but I had friends of mine who are immersed in kind of this world. I've got friends who host cons, all these, and they were obviously there at preview screenings and that sort of thing, and everyone fucking loved it because it's such a nostalgia boner for people in our age bracket.
Man, that first scene where he transforms and you literally have like the close-ups of his loincloth and his abs, and like it's just it really captures what this is.
And
one of the, I spent the entire movie going, are we getting Battle Cat? Are we getting Battle Cat? And like you, Sammy, that moment at the end, it's just cheesy as fuck. The lightning comes down. It's literally, it turns into the animated freeze frame. And I was like, oh!
But even when they said, next time I'm going to have armor, I was like, I hope there's a next time, but we still got it. We still got to see it. We still even got, I was like, man, I miss Orko. And Orko pops up and does what the original TV series does, which explains to you the moral of the movie.
Yeah. I would watch
amazing.
5 more of these.
And that's the thing. One of the things I liked is it didn't sort of hang a big lampshade over all the fan service, because that's one thing that really irritates me is, and it's you're going to hate me, Sam, but the MCU has done it to varying degrees since Infinity War, where fan service is at a premium, overwriting in a lot of the properties.
Definitely taken over, I agree.
But it's not subtle. This film, they had things in it kind of like oh my God, the first Doctor Strange, where you had characters in the background that didn't even have a speaking line and they weren't even acknowledged. That's fan service. That's an Easter egg I like, when the whole movie sort of stops in its tracks and goes, look at this shit. We know you. We're one of you. We understand this stuff. And that's when I start to and this movie, I think, was more like Doctor Strange. There were characters in the background that didn't get but I went, oh my God, I remember you. You were one of the toys that came in like Phase 4 or something that no one bought. But fuck, I remember you.
This is funny that you mentioned this. I didn't have many. I grew up relatively not wealthy, kind of lower middle class, not extremely poor, but whatever. I didn't have a lot of toys. I had Mossman.
His family owned the South Island.
Yeah, we do now do, but I owned Mossman. When Mossman got like maybe one line and then disintegrated, I was like, oh, my heart's broken. I loved Mossman. He was,
And the way they acknowledge that, what do you call it? Moss Man?
Yeah, Mossman. Yeah. But he just gets cacked, and then they won me around when Fisto starts going, "Yep, I'm going to fist people." But when Fisto looks at Ram Man and says, "Ram Man, give them head," I was like,
oh, that was so good, man.
And the pause on that.
That was the longest I've laughed at anything in a long time.
And props. This is a Travis Knight thing. This is not the writing. This is the direction. But the timing on some of those could have fallen so flat. And I think the comic timing on those cutting, hitting just the right mark to.
I actually thought the editing was crazy solid. Like that full
Yeah,
opening
acknowledged
sequence, all to Boys
them,
Don't Cry
but
by
not-
The Cure and stuff was very well put together.
Yeah.
And I'll
Great
also say
soundtrack.
I'm very proud of the fact that we've got a question, like what would be the most on the nose song that you could drop into this? And when he's like, I've got the power, when he's in the car, and I was like, are you fucking serious? But then it goes into the what's going on, and people will know the meme of He-Man singing what's going on, but like a very weird disco-y version of it. And I was like, oh my God. Like, if you know that and you're watching this, you're like, okay, that's fucking cool. But if you don't know, it's just.
But if you don't know, you're not left going, I've missed something. And I think that's the cleverness to putting together something like this, is having the kind of if you know moments that resonate for the people that do, but not have everyone else sitting there, unlike your two fucking millennial Gen Z turds that fucking the movie's not for you. Just go fucking.
But here's the
watch
thing: I
something
can
else.
vouch for that because I've never played with a He-Man toy. I've seen.
Oh my God, I'm crying for your childhood.
I've seen snippets of the show and stuff, but not to brag about how young I am, but I am younger than you guys to the point where He-Man was not a thing. Like Ninja Turtles, like I said, was what was big when I was growing
get
up.
it. We're
We were
dying
past He-Man.
before you.
No, but so as someone who had only ever seen snippets of the show and didn't play with the toys and stuff, I still fucking loved this movie. Like, I think maybe it has more to do with still growing up in that kind of era, the late 80s, early 90s. So the level of cheese and everything is present. But yeah, I didn't need to get all the Easter eggs and stuff to have a great time with this.
It's great. That is awesome. That's what I want to hear, Billy.
Even more of a testament to the movie.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, why Dungeons and Dragons was, not successful enough, because it doesn't look like we're getting another one, sadly, but why
Same
I think
with this.
it
I would
worked
easily
across
watch
the
at
board.
least 2 to 3 more of these.
So quite interestingly for this, which maybe gives me a little bit of hope, is Amazon. This is now the #1 pre-order on Amazon 4K releases, and
I was going to
Awesome.
say,
so for a lot of us, a lot of people my age that have 2 kids that don't go to the movies and don't have much of the social life, all that sort of shit.
Probably a big thing, yeah.
It's huge. It's huge to see it on streaming. You can't really afford to take the whole kids to the movies at the moment and all that sort of shit. If you're, 20 years old and you've got a business spare cash, of course you're going to go. But if you're not going to go see this and fuck whatever, maybe not the audience sort of thing. So when I see that it did worldwide what Scary Movie did domestically, I'm sort of like... But Amazon's kind of came out and said, actually, we're quite happy with what it's doing. So who knows? We might get a sequel. Who knows?
Well, look, because Amazon backed the whole thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they're going to care far more about the streaming side than the theatrical.
Yeah.
So that bodes very well that it's looking promising. And I think you've nailed it, Sam. I think 100% a big cohort of the audience that are the sweet spot for this are the ones with multiple kids who, I just took 3 kids to see the fucking Digital Circus finale, and like we're eating beans for a week. So it's expensive to take multiple kids. And when it's something that as most of us were, you're looking at going, it's probably going to be shit.
Yeah.
You'll wait for streaming. And I think that's the case. Sadly for cinema lovers like us, wait for streaming is kind of the default position on most things.
Yeah, correct.
Unless it's an Oppenheimer, a Dune, the Odyssey, something.
Doomsday. Yeah. Go see those people.
Big screen, Supergirl, a Spider-Man
Moana
Brand New
live
Day.
action,
Michael, whatever that other movie was, Mandalorian and Grogu
Minions
is getting
and
a
Monsters.
director's commentary release. People go see that, please.
Dude, Mando and Grogu did so much worse than I thought it would do.
Let's not dwell on that. Michael's kept me afloat.
It's literally a property that people only know from streaming. So why would anyone go out of their way to go and see it cinematically when 100% you can just watch it the way you watched every other iteration of that franchise?
I was tossing up between that and this, so I'm kind of happy at this point. But
Well, look, I'm an 8.5 out of 10 for He-Man. I'm going to see it again, and it will probably climb. I fucking loved this movie.
just such an unpredictable little flower, Billy. I'm 7.5. It's a recommend. It's not perfect. I don't think it's as good as D&D you've already mentioned, but even the other ones we're going to mention. But it's certainly better than I thought it would be, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I will watch it again.
I was going to give it an 8, but now I'm going to give it an 8.51.
Nice. Just to be higher than me.
I need to be higher than you, Billy, at all times, both mentally, physically, and emotionally, Billy. I need to.
And that still levels out at an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless my maths is
100%.
wrong. So, go see it. Go support it so we get another one.
Please.
Yeah. All right,
Although-
well, let's move over to our top 5 movies based on toys and board games. How did you guys go about this list? Did you find it easy, hard? Because like I said, I got to 5 and I was like, I'm not coming up with anything better than these. I think we're all going to have a lot of crossover because I think it's kind of a thin stream. But what about you guys?
I'm still doing it right now, so yeah, I'm No, I've got mine. I've got mine, but it's I looking at my list, which I've been tossing up and down a little bit in the back of my mind all week, and I'm just like, there's clear winners because there's a clear sea of shit, and it's kind of one of these things that 4 and 5 you can kind of pick anything really. Like, none of us think is going to be like, oh, that's ridiculously terrible. They're all sort of like,
Have I just thought of stuff you guys have? Because I think I got to around early 20s or something, 20-something things.
Nuts. That's crazy.
Not that I think are worthy of being in the top 5, but I've got, I think, 11 that I could quite happily have in the top 5.
Well, why don't you kick us off then,
you go
Dave?
first.
Why don't you give us your number 5?
Well, see, I don't want to because I'm the one that has extras that I like.
No, crossovers are fine, Dave. Crossovers are fine. Just give us your actual top 5.
All right, I'm going to throw out the one that I know everyone's going to have and put in something that people might have. So I'll let you know what that is when we get to it. All right. Well, my number 5 is by far the best movie based on one of the most popular toy franchises from my childhood, being Transformers, and it is Bumblebee.
Okay. Not in my list.
It is so far superior to all the Michael Bay shit. It's not even funny. It's almost a different franchise. It is the only one that actually treats the franchise with respect and love, etc. The designs are quite closely akin to the actual toys, whereas all the Michael Bay things are so convoluted you can't even make out where one character ends and the next one begins. Haley Steinfeld, automatic +1 in any star rating. And yeah, it's just a genuinely good movie. And it was such a surprise after the increasingly, I mean, the first Transformers is okay. I quite enjoy it, but man, that is diminishing returns. Every subsequent film is more chaotic, more unwatchable. Michael Bay is just a fucking hack. And yeah, when Bumblebee arrived, I almost didn't go and see it because I was like, fuck, I'm done with this franchise.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is good.
Let me tell you something. A driver don't pick the car. Car pick the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
Who are you? Do you speak? I won't hurt you. What's your name? people out there who need you. This is why you're here, Bee.
You know, beat music can help you say what you're feeling. Try this.
I had that at my number 5 for the same reason, but I'm going to swap it out because I'm going to talk about something else. But yeah, it was the same for me. Like, I remember the first Transformers being sort of like The Force Awakens, where it's like, oh, it was
This is like the first live action. It's the first live action.
first
I mean,
live
it's not
action.
perfect, but it's still good.
Pieces
Oh,
of
yeah,
there,
great.
They could probably do something good with it, and then it's just absolute complete garbage. So that would totally be my number 5. Also directed by Travis Knight, that did the He-Man film.
That was the one. Okay.
However, the one I was tossing up, Transformers 1 is also really good. In terms of an animated film, Chris Hemsworth was Optimus Prime. That was kind of interesting. Scarlett Johansson's in there. I'm trying to remember who else is. I remember trying to trick Stacey into seeing it.
Hemsworth does Prime.
Hemsworth
I did
does
not know
Prime. It's
Oh my God.
Prime before he's Prime, because it's kind of telling the Transformers story before they become who they're supposed to be. I remember trying
did
to
not know
trick
that.
Stacey
That's
into seeing it
amazing.
because I said John Hamm's in it, and she was like, "Really?" yeah, well, he actually is. He voices one of the bad guys and stuff like that. But it's Brian Tyree Henry, I think, is Megatron, or the guy that becomes Megatron. It's a really engaging story. I went and saw it with my daughter. It was really enjoyable. Would I put it over Bumblebee? Probably not. But I feel like it needs to get mentioned here. Those two, for me, are the best of the Transformer movies by miles.
Oh,
And Transformers dovetailed off
million
into my
miles.
He-Man. So my obsession with Transformers, man, I fucking love Transformers. We've still got Transformer Lego. We've got Transformer toys in this house.
Yeah.
My son broke Optimus Prime, and he's currently outside in a box looking for a new family. So
For thousands of years, we have been at war. But before, we were enemies. We were like brothers.
You ready?
Always ready. Let's punch in. Hey, watch where you're going.
What did you say?
It's not like he can transform. Hey, Darkwing.
Don't.
My finger can transform. Guess which one?
Allow me.
I appreciate you having my back.
No matter what.
What is that?
Sending location coordinates.
Under attack!
It's an SOS message from the surface.
Fantastic.
It's time to show them we are more than meets the eye.
A cave with teeth. Nothing scary about that. Holy Primus.
I see strength in you. Take these and access your full potential.
We can transform now!
How do we use these things?
Come on!
How you choose to use this power is up to you.
We roll out.
What?
Louder.
Transform and roll out.
I want to help build a better world.
Like you said, we can be so much more.
Maybe it's just me, but he's different.
Yeah, no, I picked up on that.
I picked up on that too.
What happened to my best friend?
Burn it down! All of it!
We have to stop him.
We could have built the future together.
I don't think so.
Decepticons! Rise up! Incoming!
Come on!
Awesome!
That's what I'm talking about.
Now is the time for us to stand up. Together. As one.
Look, that's Starscream, and you're Shockwave and Soundwave. Enough. Gosh, raise your hand if Wave is in your name. There's a lot of waves.
Come on, gotta go. On September 20th, witness the origin of the Transformers.
I can't wait to learn everything about you, and then tell you everything about me.
I'm gonna need you to talk less.
Optimus Prime. Roll out! Megatron. Alita. And Bumblebee.
I have knife hands!
Why did you cut the door?
It was already like that, right?
Yes, that's right. It was.
Transformers 1. This film is not yet rated. September 20th.
So, how long do you think we'll be here? I'm not talking to you.
You know what? We are so screwed.
Thought you weren't talking to me.
You two, come with me. Report to Waste Management.
Hi there, I'm B127. I'm actually working on some nicknames. The one I'm floating right now is Badassatron, which is actually pronounced Badassatron.
We're gonna call you B.
I know we're just lowly worker bots who can't even transform. Don't you want to see what's out there?
There's a reason no one goes to the surface. It's dangerous.
Why'd you bring jetpacks?
If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you.
I accept those terms.
The surface. It's beautiful.
You have proven yourself worthy. Take these and access your full potential.
It's time to show them we are more than meets the eye.
We can transform now!
On 3, 1.
It's working! Where's my head? How do we use these things? Oh, look at wheels! I need wheels! Woo!
Guys, that's not good.
We've got these powers for a reason. Let's use them.
We stand here together as one.
Whoa! I got a battle mask! It appeared with this guy. Knife hands? I have knife hands!
I can see that. B, these are not the bad guys.
Why did you cut the door?
What? No, it was already like that, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
It was. Yeah, it was already like. Yeah, that's right.
And I also do want to mention Transformers movie, the original one from 1986, the biggest rug pull that you can ever pull on anybody, right? That was one of the first movies I went and saw as a child. I would have been about 5 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
They kill.
I know. That movie famously comes up in discussions like that all the time.
It is insane. It's a kid's movie. Optimus Prime dies. Like Ironhide and all these other characters that you've come to love die. It's like the biggest rug pull in history. I remember just like traumatically being like, are they coming back? And my mum just being like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on. Who are these people?
And
Sam, so what's your
bringing
number
back
5?
Stan Bush as well.
It's Transformers 1. I'm going with Transformers 1.
Yeah.
I'm going with the animated
Yep.
film. Yep.
Yeah,
Love
nice.
Bumblebee though.
Yeah. All right. My number 5, I don't know if you guys are going to shit on me for this, if you're going to agree. I don't know. It's a kid's movie, as you tend to get some of those in this kind of category. Sam, you've probably watched it with your kids. Dave, your kids might be too old to have watched this with them. I don't know. It's good when you find a kid's movie that you're like, I don't hate watching that. And so this movie is Trolls. I actually quite like the first Trolls movie. Sam is making a face.
I've not seen that. I have too much respect for my brain.
I genuinely liked the first Trolls.
Yeah,
I
the
think
first Trolls is good
the franchise, much like Despicable Me became Minions. I think the franchise just devolved into lights, color, and stupidity. But the first one.
First one's solid. It's got a good soundtrack, good voice cast.
Kendrick, Timberlake, James Corden being really good, not really irritating, which are the two kind of polar things that he has no middle ground. I really enjoyed it. There was a big gap between us seeing the first one and seeing the second one. I don't think we've seen anything beyond that. But I remember being genuinely excited for a sequel because as a family, we'd all enjoyed the first one so much.
The second one's like garbage, but
yeah.
solid.
And apparently even worse beyond that. I've not even bothered, but the first one we've seen multiple times. That's not a bad pick. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, nice.
It's in my 11, my top 11. So there you go.
My name is Branch, and I'm a troll. Why do I live in a heavily fortified survival bunker? Because right outside my door lurks a nightmare named Poppy.
A 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody,
Poppy is the leader of the trolls, and it's not her fault she's so insanely happy. She's just never faced a real problem. Until now.
Cupcake? Branch, we just got attacked by a Bergen.
A Bergen?
It took everybody. Dad!
What's your plan?
To rescue everyone and make it home safely.
So you're going to scrapbook them to freedom.
Solid burn, Branch.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body.
Fist bump.
Whoop, gear shift.
Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Everybody say. So keep dancing.
May I?
Oh, snap. DreamWorks Trolls.
Dave, over to your number 4.
Number 4, and I'm kind of glad I'm going to be the first one to mention this, but this is, I'm going with the Robbie. This is where I've got Barbie.
Wow.
Very, very, very low.
Very low.
Very low.
It's
I don't
not very
know
low.
I think you have anything
I
better
have
than
3
this on
better
your
films
list.
than this.
That's crazy.
But
crazy,
obviously, we don't need to say a huge amount about how well this took something that could have been incredibly silly, and props to Gerwig et al. Margot Robbie, I know, had a big hand in every layer of this. I think this really didn't put a foot wrong in terms of taking a plastic doll and turning it into a narrative film without it being silly.
100%.
And it had something to say. I think it's a really good film.
So you're talking
And it
about,
should
you're
have got
talking about
best
the Margot
picture.
Robbie Barbie movie, not the 37 other Barbie movies that are out there that came before it.
You're not.
Well, wait on.
Barbie and the 12 Dancing
Margot Robbie
Princesses.
did a Barbie movie? I'm talking about Barbie and the Frog Prince. Yes, yeah. Much as I have been forced to watch most of those other films. Yeah.
Very, very
I
low.
think it
This
should
is
have got
wild.
Best Picture over Oppenheimer, personally. I think when you look at it as an accomplishment as a film, I think there's far more audacity, there's far more inventiveness, there's far more, Oppenheimer is a technically well-made film by and large, but I think Barbie is a bigger achievement and it should have got Best Picture.
It's far better than anyone expected.
By a million miles.
Yeah.
Even with the names attached, I don't think anyone expected what they got.
It was honestly one of the highlights of my cinematic going experiences was walking into a cinema and seeing crowds being back. I hadn't seen that in years since COVID. And to walk up to the counter and then have the person look at me on my own and, can I pick up?
Because you were the only person not in a pink cowboy hat.
I was the only dude in the screening, Dave. I was the only one in the screening. And I was like, where my seat was in the regular people's seats, and it was like amongst a sea of girls. And then there's the expensive seats, and I was like, fuck, I hope no one's paid for those. So I went and sat at one of them. And because I was a little bit late into the screening, and then as soon as the credits rolled, I just sprinted out of there. I was like, I don't know if I should have been here. I sort of feel like I've, been invited to something that I shouldn't be at.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
With the radio blast and goes cruising just as fast as she can now.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Why?
Because we're girlfriend-boyfriend.
To do what?
I'm actually not sure.
Okay, ladies, let's do this. What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you.
Did you bring your rollerblades?
I literally go nowhere without them. Oh, looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken. If I wasn't severely injured, I would beach you off right now, Ken. I'll beach off with you any day, Ken.
Anyone who wants to beach him off has to beach me off first.
I will beach both of you off at the same time.
Beach both of us off.
Nobody's gonna beach anyone off.
Yeah, incredibly low call. I mean, you'll see it's much higher on my list. What about you, Sam? You're number 4.
My number 4 is another movie that I was very surprised did as well as it did. I had no expectations whatsoever going into it, and I've watched it with my kids and enjoyed the hell out of it. It's a Lego movie.
Jinx, my number 4 as well.
Yeah, like it's great.
Yep.
Like Will Ferrell, I'm not really a big fan of. I used to be not really a
Same.
big fan of. A toy movie.
No one is.
Andy Samberg, I love, by the way. I think he's amazing, all that sort of shit, and contributing to the song. Chris Pratt, never been a big fan of Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Never really got the whatever for him, and so there was a lot of things going against it. And then to have it like, okay, this is all about a Lego world, but then to flip it on its head and be like, actually, no, this is set in the real world, and the Craggle is crazy glue and all that sort of stuff. I was like, this is actually really inventive. It's really funny, and it's like genuinely quite endearing. And again, if you can find a movie that both you and your kids enjoy, it's a win.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And obviously, I think from memory, this might have been most people's introduction to Lord and Miller, yeah?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Who obviously went on to do a lot of great stuff. But like you said, Sam, this is such an inventive movie for a kid's movie. Like you hear it marketed the Lego movie, you're not expecting anything like this. You expect it to be, like Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses, just like very straightforward.
Normally, it's one or the other. It's either a narrative movie in the world of the toy, where you don't know that they're toys, other than visual appearance, you don't know they're toys, or it's about the game, and there's obviously a very famous franchise about a fictional board game that's that case. The way the majority of the movie is in the world of the toy, but you do get to see that it is that toy from the real, like a very unique way of approaching it, and I think a genius way of doing it that no one's been able to do before or since. I think it's really clever.
Hello, I'm Emmett. I'm just going to come right out. I have no idea what's going on at all.
My fellow master builders, including but not limited to Superman, Wonder Woman, The Mermaid, Green Ninja, 1980-something Space Guy, Michelangelo, and the 2002 NBA All-Stars. We have learned that Lord Business plans to end the world as we know it. There is yet one hope. The special has arisen.
I think I got it, but just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
everybody, I'm here.
Batman? Awesome! Could you make one of these in orange?
I only work in black, and sometimes very, very dark gray.
Hey, pal, I hate to tell you this, but I don't think you're supposed to be here.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to report you.
No, wait up.
Nice. Well, there you go. It's my number 4 as well. So we're straight.
It
back
was
to
my
you for
number 5.
3.
That's the one that I swapped out as being the obvious crossover and put in Bumblebee. So, yeah, it would have been a crossover, a 3-way crossover across the board. All right. So, I mean, we've had Barbie, which is a fine film about a well-known toy. This is where, oh, look, I'm going to be such a contrarian. I'm going to swap the one that's an obvious crossover, and I'm actually going to put Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves at my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was number 2, but I've swapped it because I'm a contrarian.
It's my number 2.
This is one of those movies where, as I did when I saw Watchmen for the first time, where I just came out going, "Oh my God, this movie was made just for me."
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, that was the case for a lot of people. We'd had that Jeremy Irons travesty in '88 or whenever the fuck it was, and I don't think anyone ever thought there would be a D&D movie. There was a kind of shitty animated series, but that was it. And for a franchise that's at this kind of level of, like, it's in the zeitgeist. Everyone in the world knows that there is a thing called Dungeons & Dragons. You may not have ever played it. You may not even know what the game's like, but you know it's a thing nerds do, and it's about elves and fucking wizards and shit. Everyone knows of it. And for something that well known to not have really had many adaptations till now, I think this hit and it was perfect.
Mm. Yeah, it was just a heap of fun.
Pine is phenomenal. The entire cast are great. There is so much fan service in there in terms of what happens. But like we said before, it's not the most important thing. Anyone coming into this film, I think, that has no idea about Dungeons & Dragons, it's a great adventure movie. I have it up there with The Mummy and John Carter and the greatest adventure movies of all time, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's just a perfect action-adventure movie that nails the comedy, it nails the action, it nails the drama, it nails everything. But if you're a fan of D&D, fuck me, there's another 100% on top of that with the shit that no one else knows about.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves. And when you do this, you're bound to make enemies. Sometimes those enemies come looking for revenge. Truth be told, we helped the wrong person steal the wrong thing. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known. But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
You need Kool-Aid!
To give us a fighting chance, we're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
We also need courage, magic, and you. What is that again? It's an owlbear.
Let's go!
Be warned. There is evil here.
I'm glad he's on our side.
This one's dangerous. But whatever happens, we'll be ready.
exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No.
He also plays the lute.
Not relevant.
Nice. Sam, you're number 3.
That's Barbie. That's that lovely plastic doll. I've just bumped her down the list. Yeah, I mean, we've said enough about her. I highly enjoyed it. Really good movie. On to you, Billy.
Wow. Okay.
Thanks for the raised eyebrow when I had it only one lower than that, Sam.
Yeah, look, I completely forgot about something else, and now I've just shoved it in there. It was 2, and now it's been bumped down to 3. So we've
All right. Well, my number 3 is the oldest movie on this list. It is, apart from Dungeons and Dragons, the only one that is based on a board game, not a toy, and it is Clue from 1985. Now, this movie's overrated, Dave. I rewatched this movie recently. It's fine. It's fun. It's good as far as movies based on toys and games go.
I
this
fucking
movie's
can't even
overrated.
right now.
This movie's overrated. It's fine.
good.
It's a solid 6.5 out of 10. This
Jesus
is not a
fucking
strong
Wes.
list for me, guys.
No, okay. So obviously, me and Dave grew up through more of the 80s than you did, and we clearly have more of an appreciation for the 80s more than you did.
I think you need to have
Possibly.
played Cluedo a day in your fucking life to know this is one of the greatest comedy movies of all time.
The humor just doesn't hold
Jesus
up
Christ.
that well, man. This is just not that good a movie.
I think,
but it's in my top 5, Dave.
I feel like I maybe love this because it's got Madeline Kahn in it.
The top 5
Yeah.
that you made in 5 minutes because you couldn't think of a number 6.
Yeah.
I suspect so.
Every person in this room has the perfect motive.
Stand back!
For murder.
What do you mean? Murder.
But only one of these suspects is the murderer. Is it the timid Mr. Green?
Why are you screaming? Because I'm frightened of what? Screaming!
Or the militant Colonel Mustard?
If I was the killer, I would kill you next. Huh? Said if.
Mrs. White, who helped her husband on his way?
Well, it's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
Miss Scarlet, who's helped many men along the way?
Practice makes perfect. Huh.
Professor Plum, who's looking for a way?
I'm looking.
Mrs. Peacock?
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, but I am determined to enjoy myself.
Or did the butler do it?
No.
Paramount Pictures invite you to an evening of mystery,
Let us out!
murder,
This is getting quite serious.
and madness. In the movie that makes a scene of the crime,
So who did it?
Clue. It's not just a game anymore.
Well, there you go. It sounds like it's on both
Wow.
of your guys' lists and higher.
Jesus
so I
Christ.
guess we'll see. But for me, it's my number 3. So we're back to you for your number 2, Dave.
All right, this is the one I don't think is going to be a crossover.
Well, all my crossovers have been set already. I've got nothing new. So you definitely.
I don't think you've even seen this film based on, unless you've done it in the last month or so, because I think we've talked about it. My number 2 is Ouija 2: Origin of Evil.
Oh, good pick. That was in the mix. That was in the mix.
Nice, excellent. Billy still hasn't seen it because he doesn't like good films. If we had a countdown of sequels that are better than the original, this is probably my number 1 because the gulf between the original Ouija and Mike Flanagan's sequel is massive. The first one is utter shit. Ouija 2 is great. I was going to say it's one of my favorite Flanagans, but there's so many good films. It's one of my favorite horrors, probably of the last 20-ish years. Just solid shit, creepy as fuck, and obviously Ouija, despite what a lot of people think, invented for the first time by a novelty company in the late 1800s, and then popularized by, I think it was Hasbro. Was that who Parker Brothers bought out? But it's one of the big toy companies in like the 1960s. That's where the word Ouija comes from. There were things to talk to the spirits, but the Ouija board was a board game by a toy company. There's nothing sinister about it, but the movie is creepy as shit, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's not on my list, but like I completely agree. If you look at movies that are like disproportionately better than the movie that preceded it, I mean, aside from like Thor Ragnarok, there's nothing that springs to mind in terms of the gulf between.
First Thor's not shit.
First Thor's not
oh,
shit.
you mean Dark World?
Dark World and Ragnarok is like the.
Yeah.
the
I like Dark World, though. How am I defending a Marvel movie to you? What the fuck is going on? We're in the upside down.
Dark World is the good one out of those two.
You guys need lobotomies, man. This is why I don't talk to Australians listeners.
Ragnarok is hot garbage. Speaking of overrated films, fuck me.
Oh my god, Billy! There is the brink of insanity, and then there is the abyss that you have obviously fallen into.
I've never been more proud and more disappointed of you at one podcast. So this is phenomenal. Talking about the gulf between pride and disappointment.
Let's begin. We invite you into our circle. If that's you, give us a sign.
This is a scam.
We do not attack the clients. We help people. We give them closure.
You are so weird.
Does she have a lot of problems?
It's nothing too concerning.
What's this? A Ouija board for work.
Spirit, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Who are you talking to?
What? Daddy. Are you there? Who are you?
Your sister's taking you to school today.
I don't want to go! I want to stay here and talk to my friends.
What friends?
I'll show you. Are you here?
Something is happening that we can't understand.
I'm concerned about your girl.
What's this about, Father?
What are you doing? I'm not doing it.
The spirit world is dangerous.
They were watching us all those years.
By using the board, you've opened up a portal.
Want to hear something cool?
Sure.
Do you know what it feels like to be strangled to death? First, you feel the pressure in your throat. And you start to taste something very sour in your mouth. Then, it's like someone lights a match right in the middle of your chest. And that fire grows. It fills your lungs and your throat and all the way behind your eyes. And the last thing you feel is cold. Good night, Romeo.
All right, Sam, your number 2.
My number 2 is Clue. I mean, like, for everything Dave said, a highly enjoyable film. I love the multiple endings at the end. I thought that was quite clever. Tim Curry, amazing. Madeline Kahn was in a movie called History of the World, which
The good one, not the horrible thing that fucking shitheads made lately.
No, exactly. History of the World is one of these movies that I had it on tape as a kid, and I watched it way more times than I should have, and there was way more adult jokes in there that I should have been watching as a 7, 8 year old, 9-year-old or whatever. Madeline Kahn was like, she is just amazingly funny, and she's great in this. Also great in Paper Moon. That's another movie I need to watch again.
Sexy AF back in the 70s and 80s too.
With Part of the Awakening, her and Leia, they were the two women that I was like, yes. So anyway, Clue, amazing film, definitely my number 2. It was toss up between that and obvious what would be next. But then we've got my number 1 coming up, which no one is going to have.
Is that the one that you thought of just now?
No. Number 1 has always been number 1, but Barbie and Clue, I'm tossing them around as to what would go.
What was the one because didn't you shuffle something saying, I just remembered?
Yeah, I just remembered how much I love Clue is what I was trying to say. I've sort of bumped them around. Yeah. You won me.
Nice. Well, my number 2 is Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So we're right back for you for your number 1, Dave. Top of the show.
Yep, one of the top 10 comedies of all time. This is where I have Clue. Just a fucking masterpiece. I wish Drew was on here with the three of us because he would get me. I have this, and there's another movie called Murder by Death, which is a parody of all of the great sort of mystery novelists and like Sam Spade's a character, Miss Marple's a character, etc. It's all of them in a in a house together, and they're very similar. They came out about the same time, and they're both comic masterpieces. This is my favorite Tim Curry performance, and you know what a big Rocky Horror fan I am, Billy, but this is my favorite Tim Curry. Madeline Kahn, as you said, her scene talking about the death of her husband, like the flames burning. Oh, it's just fucking fantastic. Christopher Lloyd, you've got Leslie Ann Warren. Just the cast is just luminaries from start to finish. I think it is masterful. I think this is a perfect example of mismarketing and bad release, because it flopped it cinematically, because they released it with 3 different endings, but you only got one of them. Depending on what showing you went to, you got one of the endings. And I think that's just fucking stupid. Then they released it on VHS with all 3 endings. Oh my God, it was a massive fucking hit. What a surprise. Because that's the genius of it, is when you get to the end of this awesome film, having these, but that's how it could have happened, but that's how it could have happened, which it's been done a few times by different things now, but I think back then was probably the first time anyone had done it with anything, and I think that was a master stroke. Everything about this film, I think, is perfection.
Nice.
Always going to be my number one.
Very mediocre film. Glad to see it there. Your number one, Sam.
Such a cunt.
My number one, and this is where I play jazz. Stay with me, listeners. We are going to get there. We are going to link the two. Okay, so.
Oh, is this where you've got the Ninjago movie?
No. You guys would not have seen this film. This is a New Zealand movie, right? It's a New Zealand movie from 2014. It's called The Dark Horse. Our former Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, I believe, has claimed this is her favourite film of all time. It is kind of a biopic. It focuses around a guy, Genesis Patini, I'm going to say, who was basically had mental problems, had bipolar disorder, and the film sort of focuses around him having a mental breakdown. But not only does he have all these mental problems, he also decides to try and get his nephew out of gang violence and coach a local chess team. So,
right. Okay. I was wondering where we were going.
We are going.
Likewise. Wow.
Based around, it is based around a board game. So I mean, it's the Dark Horse. Hence it's the talking about the knight. And I can't remember the symbolism of that in the movie, but he sort of, it's in there. It's been a while since I've seen it. However, it's an insanely good film. Cliff Curtis, people might know, is the New Zealander that plays.
You didn't need to say that. It's a New Zealand film. It's got Cliff Curtis
exactly, or Timuera Morrison, aka Boba Fett. It's going to have one of those guys in it. Cliff Curtis, people will know, plays multiple nationalities, pops up everywhere in Hollywood films, and then eventually got to play a Māori in Fear the Walking Dead or something like that. But anyway,
there is a theory, and you can probably confirm it actually, that Cliff Curtis is actually the kind of clone 2.0 of Jake the Muss, because we don't see Timura much these days.
Yeah.
Cliff Curtis is everywhere. Did you guys just kind of refresh the same dude?
Well, they are in Once We're Warriors together. He does play, Cliff Curtis does play Uncle Bully alongside him, so he is alongside Jake the Muss. However,
we did see them in the same place at the same time. Okay, fair enough.
Unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, this film is amazing, and it's kind of like those American sports films where you start rooting for the team and hoping they'll win and all that sort of stuff. Because he starts coaching this, underprivileged, underfunded chess group, because he is a chess genius himself. However, he is battling all these, mental problems and all that sort of stuff. So, in American movies, they have, NFL, football, whatever. They've got basketball, they've got ice hockey, they've got all these high-speed sports. In New Zealand, we've got chess.
Which is a far better game than any of those. I will be seeking this out straight after this. I love chess.
Yeah.
As a game, I love chess movies. If I'd thought that would have qualified, and now I'm kicking myself, I would have had Searching for Bobby Fischer on this list, because that movie is fucking incredible.
It's good as well.
Queen's Gambit, I'm there for it. So, yeah, I'm super keen to see this now.
It's a phenomenal film. Nice. Came out 2014. I believe it won whatever film awards we have, our version of the Oscars type thing, but it's phenomenal from start to finish. When I was over on the Countdown Boys and did our top 10 New Zealand films, this was number one with a bullet. It's sensational.
Was it?
Yeah, it is.
How have I not seen it then?
Because it might have been number two.
I thought you had Utu as number one.
Yeah,
maybe I'm fucking missed from.
I might have, because Utu, this, and Once We're Warriors were the three that is just like.
Well, why didn't you fucking send it to me? I got you to send me every other fucking Kiwi film on VHS or whatever from that.
a TV record that I did on DVD player. Yeah, no.
There's a follow-up episode I've got to do. Where the fuck are Sammy's DVDs these days? Because I paid it forward with all of them. Utu is probably over in America somewhere by now. I can't remember where I mailed it to.
I hope so. Well, there you go, listeners. I'm introducing you to the world of New Zealand film. It's a great shallow pool to dive into.
Nice.
But there's some real quality in that pool.
And if you're out there with Sammy's DVD of The Quiet Earth, let us know. Tell us if you like it.
Anna, this is your uncle. You were once a chess champion, the dark horse. You know you shouldn't really go to other people's things. No! What do you want? I want to join it. I want to be part of this. My name is Genesis Portini, and I want to lead you all for the National Chess Championships in 6 weeks' time. Jim, what are you doing? I can help them. They'll have a purpose. You talk dreams to those tamarikis, you better follow through. Take your meds, get your sleep, whatever. Just promise me you won't let them down. I just want to give them a chance to see something out there in the world. You don't want them? I know you think I'll do their chess, but that's just because nobody's taught me. He's got to be a man now. I can't have you messing with this head.
Doesn't matter if you're a pawn or a king or a bishop, you're all welcome to play on this board.
This is the best thing that has ever happened to those kids.
Go, he's so nice!
Speaking of a shallow pool, my number one, of course, no surprise, has been spoken about. In fact, I only had one movie on my list that was not a crossover with either of you guys, and that was Trolls. Because my number one is Barbie, which I think is easily the best movie in this category. So, nice. That wraps us up. Thank you so much for joining us here, Sam. Why don't you tell the people where they can find you and what you're up to?
Yeah, just check your tree outside your front window. I'm probably hanging around. Probably find me there, but yeah, if you want to listen to our podcast, Movie Reviews in 20 Qs, please do search us out. I will possibly be having an episode on He-Man where I go a little bit more into detail on this. I'm very pleased that Kahu, my old compatriot, is in town, and so we're going to do Backrooms. It's quite exciting. So, yeah,
nice. Talk about a mediocre movie, am I right?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah, woof. Yeah,
it was all right, but
and
and
you can also check out my honourable mentions: Mars Attacks, Joe Rise of the Cobra, and Mouse Hunt. Because Billy said I couldn't have honourables, and so I was going to throw them in anyway. So no.
Wow. I haven't thought of Mouse Hunt in such a long time. That's
Nathan
crazy.
Lane. It's automatically a good movie.
Yeah, I really dig Nathan Lane. I just forgot that was a movie altogether.
And Mars Attacks, good movie. G.I. Joe, the first one, good movie. There you go.
Nice. All right. Well, if you want to get in touch with us, dear listeners, you can do that at pottymouthradio.com or pottymouthradio@gmail.com. Go join the Facebook listener community where we were too lazy to this time, but I promise that next time we're doing a top 5 or 10, we will post there for feedback. I promise we'll do it. And,
I blame Billy this time. I'm fairly sure he said he was going to do it.
When we decided on this topic in my head, because we decided this one early, we gave ourselves like a week, and I was like, sweet, I'll post. I didn't. So that's on me. But thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.
See ya.
Bye.